In this video, I will be sharing with you how to register using the registration link for May-June 2025 examinations with CXC. So once you have this link, oh no, what did I press? Sorry about that. You can scroll down. Um, if you saw my video on why you shouldn't write the exam until you look at this, um, then you could bypass this. But if you want to refresh your memory, you want to see all the subjects that are being offered for this period, you want to see the district locations and all that kind of stuff, all you can do is just continue scrolling through, read it thoroughly, and then you can click here to consent that you agree, right? Then you press next. Then you put in your name. Okay. Uh, okay. This stuff is not my stuff really, but cool. As I said, I'm not gonna put in the correct stuff. I'll just be like making up stuff just to show you all how to do it, right? Because I don't need to register for the exams on this, right? Making up some weird things here. Okay, I can work with that. Let me change this. Um, Home number. If you have that, you put in that information. I'm just changing around some of these things. Right, so in other words, just fill out the information. Make sure you have the first name or your name exactly as it is on your birth certificate, right? Make sure you put in your date of birth. Of course, this is not my date of birth. State whether you are female, male. If you have a driver's permit number, if you go with a passport, but it said please provide at least one identification. So if you're going with your driver's permit, put your driver's permit number. If you're going to ID card, put your ID card number. Because whichever one you put the number for in this section, you will have to upload a photo. So you all will know what you have prepared and ready, right? And yeah, this is not my address, right? Okay. Fuck, let me take off this, but this is not my address. Cruise. So once you do that, the next thing you would do, choose which area you are from or which area you would prefer to write the exam in. So try to choose an area that is where you live because you don't want to be in Topa and then you put Diego Martin and you have to write the exam in Diego Martin, right? So if you're from Diego Martin, say Diego Martin and they would assign you a school close to your location or preference, right? Okay, now when you reach here, you have to select your subjects. So if you're going to rewrite, let's say principles of business, if you are a repeater who was not in school, you would have to do paper three, so you would go with alternate. If it is you wrote the exam this year, you in form 5, you write receipt because you are going to use your SBA. Remember that, right? So alternate for anyone doing paper 3, reset for people who are reusing their SBAs. You have 2 years to do so. So make sure from the first year that you wrote 16 form 5, make sure you within 2 years period, all right? So you have to with alternate, and if you make an error on the registration form, your registration may not be processed. Just keep that in mind. So those of you who missed my previous video, make sure you go through and do the right thing because you only have one option to submit a application. In fact, your first application is the only one which would be considered if it is you did everything correctly. If you did some of the things incorrectly, then you will lose out and you will not be allowed to write in January. So make sure you do everything right to avoid headache and stress. Okay, if you're writing another subject, again, if you are a private candidate who writes in paper 1, 2, and 3, press alternate. If you are reusing your SBA within 2 years after writing Form 5, resit. Okay, so then you will only write paper 1 and 2. So I hope that is as clear as crystal. So if you're going with more than 2 subjects, keep doing the same thing for all the subjects you intend to write. Now, if you wrote CXC previously, you want to make sure and write your registration number here. So if you wrote in Form 5, if you wrote in as a repeater before already, write that number there. Right, so please know that if reset has been checked for any subject above your May, June 2023 or 2024 registration number should be entered. So if you are using your SBA, right, and you press reset above, make sure and write your registration number, right, for your examination. If you don't have it, probably check with the school that you were in Form 5. Then you go over to the next page. We have section DE testing. So that's for people who prefer to do paper 1, multiple choice online. If you want to do your paper 1 online, press yes. If no, you want to do it in a school physically, press no. Right? Section E fees. So persons who have to pay fees, this is your section. But persons who don't have to pay fees, you have to search, are you a national, non-national? If you're national, press national. If you're a foreigner, press non-national. Have you exhausted your free opportunities? So that means, is it that you don't have any more free opportunities? If you have to pay, press yes. If you have a free opportunity, press no. Right? So that means you will be able to, you will get a free chance. Because if you press yes here, which means you have to pay, you have to upload the slips, right? The 2 deposit vouchers. Then we press next, they will tell you what is the payment structure for those who have to pay, that is. Okay, cash payment can be made at any of the following payment offices, any district revenue office in Trinidad, and then we have the Tobago option. So deposit vouchers available at Ministry of Education offices must be used when fees are being paid. So do not go to pay in the Ministry of Finance and you do not or you did not collect the payment vouchers. That's for people who have to pay, right? Some of you will not have to pay because you have your free option. So please note, accepted file types are GPG. So make sure your photo of your birth certificate and those things are either in GPG or PDF only, right? That's the only files that you can upload. Files must be no more than 12 megabytes in size. Now, I don't know that off my head, but you will know if you upload it and it's not going through, you know that the file is bigger. So, photo ID. So, if you choose to if you put your registration ID card number in the one of the previous pages, you want to upload your ID card here, right? So, like me, where's my ID card? Yes, I upload my ID card. It gone through, right? You see that right here, Michelle's ID. Um, for persons who have to pay, make sure you put the correct receipt in the correct place. So for those who have to pay, put the CA receipt uploaded here, the CB receipt upload here. For those who don't have to pay, you don't have to upload anything in the payment receipt areas, right? For birth certificate, everyone will have to do that. So then you proceed, where's my birth certificate? And upload your birth certificate right here. Okay, now some persons who marry and stuff, you will have to upload your affidavits here. Okay, once you do all of that, you will press OK by clicking it, ticking the box above, and subsequent submission of this application. I confirm that I take full responsibility for the information provided therein. I confirm that to the best of my knowledge, the information provided in this application is true and accurate. I understand that CXC's database reviews all previous attempts by candidates at the January and June CXC key registration. Understand that any attempt at dishonesty or stated inconsistency in the information provided will be rendered the application null and void and will not be processed. So in other words, do not put any in information. Do not try to do an application to see if you can get through with a free chance. If you use up your free chance, you will not get through. You will have wasted your time. On the other hand, if it is you supposed to have a free chance, don't go and pay and stuff, you'll mess up the registration, you will not get through. So make sure and know what applies to you in terms of whether you have to pay or not, and do the correct thing. And then you press consent and then you press submit. I'm not going to press submit because I'm not going to write the exam, but once you press submit, go and check your email, the email that you used to register with in the same online form, to make sure you get the confirmation. The confirmation does not mean that it was processed, it just means that the document was received by the ministry. Okay, so that's it for this part of the registration. If anybody have questions, feel free to reach out and ask your question.